The other day, I had a really proud moment in my business. I started my business in 2002, and a few days ago, one of my clients reached out to me because it's time to renew their annual contract, and I realized we were going in our 15th year together. 15 years is a long time, so that alone, of course, is something to be proud of, but why it sticks out in my mind is that when I first was contacted by this client, I didn't think I could do the work that they wanted me to do, and I wasn't even going to bid on it. Back then, it was a big project that I needed to turn in a big formal bid for, and I actually don't do bids now. I don't bid on projects. I quite often don't even do proposals because I know exactly what kind of work I can do and what kind of client I serve. So my proposals are very much structured and for the most part pre-written. However, 15 years ago when I bid for this project, I really didn't think I had what it takes to do it. And I couldn't have imagined that 15 years later I would still be working for this person, let alone having gotten the job. What I learned about myself and myself in my business is that I do better with a coach than without a coach, because when I first learned about the project, this was 15 years ago, I wasn't going to bid on it, but I reached out to my coach and said, hey, what do you think? Do you think this is something I should do or not? I probably shouldn't do it. It's probably too much for me. It's too much of a reach. Maybe I shouldn't do it. And instead of agreeing with me, she asked me a lot of questions and worked me past my fear and helped me see that I could at least try, and that maybe it would be a good fit, and that I didn't have to decide ahead of time that it wouldn't be a good fit, and that I could go for it. And the funny thing is that back then I really didn't understand the value of a coach. I was still in my head about how much it cost to pay her monthly, and worried about how much time I was spending doing the activities she wanted me to do. And I could not have imagined then that the 10 to 15 minutes she talked to me and encouraged me to go for it and make the bid on this project, that would lead to 15 years of working with this client. I couldn't have imagined that then. And so the investment I made in my coach back then has been more than made up for itself year after year after year. But I didn't know that then. Thankfully, I know that now, and I'm not afraid to invest in coaching. Now, I don't always go for the high premium level coaching, but I'm always constantly in some kind of environment where I'm learning something new and challenging myself and surrounding myself with people who will support me and push me a little further. And I'm sure that for as long as I'm still in business and for as long as I'm still alive, I will continue to find opportunities to learn and grow and get coaching of some kind. And I hope you do too. I think it's the one thing that we have absolute control over. We may not have control over our environment always. We may not always know who is going to contact us, but we do know what we can do for ourselves. And reflecting back on these 15 years, I'm so glad that I knew at that moment to reach out to my coach before deciding, oh, I can't do this. This is too difficult. I'm not going to do it. That I made that call and I asked her opinion, and she didn't give me her opinion. Coaches never do they? She made me decide for myself, which is good. But I'm so proud of myself that I did that then, that I knew to reach out and get some help. And I'm sure that going forward I will continue to do that. That's all for today. I hope that you have many opportunities to learn and grow and continue to be coached all throughout your business and through the rest of your life.